Your everyday glam is not gonna show up in professional photography. Put more makeup on. My bridal client for today canceled on me, so I'm gonna show you how I would do my makeup if I were getting married, and potentially how I would have done her makeup for her wedding day. If you're new here, hi, my name is Shelby. I've been a bridal makeup artist for almost 10 years, but here on this TikTok account, I specialize in drugstore glam, so I'm gonna show you how I would do my bridal makeup using all drugstore makeup products. Let's get into it. First step, if you are not prepping your skin, I'm gonna come through this phone screen and I'm gonna beat you up myself. You need to be prepping your skin before you put your makeup on. Everybody's skin prep is gonna be different depending on your skin type, what you want your makeup to look like. For me, I love a hydrated base. I'm starting with my Thayer's Hydrating Milky Toner. Your skin should look like you can go ice skating on it before you put your makeup on. Also very rare for me to have cancellations anymore, but every now and then I have a bride that ends up changing her mind or rescheduling for a different date, and I end up having a weekend off. Next up is some sort of hydrating serum. I like to go in with something that's gonna give me a nice glowy base under makeup, so I'm gonna go in with my Coco Kind Ceramide Barrier Serum. Lastly, I'm going in with a lightweight moisturizer. This is the Bioma Hydrating Milky Moisturizer. Perfect underneath makeup. Not like a super heavy cream that's gonna cause pilling, but it is very hydrating. And this is ice skating rink skin. This is skin you could literally go ice skating on. Next, we're gonna go in with some sort of primer. I'm gonna go in with this one from Hard Candy. This is the Grip On Lock Primer. Primer is 12-hour wear. And they aren't joking when they call this a grippy primer. And while we let that dry down, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of clear brow gel. This one is from MCO Beauty. When I tell you this brow gel is an exact dupe for the Kosas brow gel, I'm not even kidding. If this isn't a tacky primer, I don't know what is. Your makeup's not going anywhere. I'm a base first kind of girl, and my absolute favorite foundation from the drugstore, you should already know this, the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. And we're not being light-handed with this. I'm probably gonna put on about 6 pumps of foundation. I'm gonna use a lot of the Morphe brushes because I literally got these on sale at Ulta for all under $10. These brushes are so good. This is the spatula brush. This is the M107. Just applying my foundation really nice and thin all over my face before blending it in. Argue with your mama about whether or not you think Morphe is drugstore. It's affordable, so that's why I'm including it. Then I'm going in with my favorite sponge. These are not from the drugstore, but they are super, super affordable on Amazon. This is the Shop Miss A Paw Paw sponge. These are the absolute best sponges. They are $1 and some change. If you're spending more than $5 on a beauty blender, what are you doing? I'm literally just tapping my foundation into my skin. I used a different shade today. I used the shade N4, and honestly, it doesn't matter what shade of this foundation I use. It seems like it always matches. I don't know how they do that, but it's stunning every single time. As you're blending out your foundation, remember that you're going to avoid your under eye area and your eyelids because we only want to use concealer there just to avoid getting cakey or having like a lot of creasing and heaviness under the eyes. Our next step is concealer. I'm using the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. This one is absolutely beautiful, especially if you have dry under eyes or mature skin. This concealer is absolutely gorgeous. I'm using the shade Light 02. I'm putting on quite a bit of it. Let me just say one thing. If you're doing your own makeup for your wedding, please know that you need to be wearing more makeup than what you normally wear on a day-to-day basis because you want this makeup to show up in photos. If that's the one thing you take away from this video, please apply more makeup. Go in with whatever's left over on my sponge and just tap right over my eyelids too, just to get rid of any discoloration. Okay, now that we look like a literal clown, we look so flat, we need to add some color back. We're going in with cream bronzer. This is the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer, and I'm using the shade Spilling Tea. This is the M243, and I'm just going to start placing this where I want to add a little bit of warmth. The natural hollow of my cheek is here, but I'm going a little bit higher than that just to give myself a little bit of a snatched look. I got a round face, okay? I want to make sure I look nice and chiseled on my wedding day. I'm gonna go in with blush because we definitely need to add a little pink cheek. I'm a big fan of a pink cheek, and on your wedding day, you gotta have a little blush. This is the shade Dewy Bright Pink. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Blush. I'm absolutely obsessed with these. This is the Morphe M204, and now I'm just gonna start, again, tapping. We're just doing light tapping motions. That is absolutely gorgeous. I promise you, you can still use drugstore makeup and a very simple routine like this and get a very elegant, elevated, classic look that you're gonna love for years. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of my Neutrogena concealer just right here under my eye just to brighten a little bit more now that we've done the blush. So far, you're doing so great. I'm so proud of you. Now it's time to start layering. Yes, you heard me right. We're gonna layer powder products on top of all these cream products because don't you want this to last? Your wedding day is gonna be a long day, okay? Trust me when I tell you, layering powders on top of creams is the way to go when it comes to longevity. I'm gonna start with a loose setting powder. This is my absolute favorite from the drugstore and honestly high end. This is the L'Oreal Blurfection loose setting powder and I'm using the shade light pink. Taking this on a powder puff, this is a Revolution Beauty one, also affordable. I'm going to press the powder into the puff, getting a generous amount, pressing the excess into my palm, and then going into my under eye to set. Look how beautiful and bright. This makes my under eye. I'm obsessed with this powder. This product right here, you need it. And I'm also gonna set everywhere else that I used the concealer earlier. So the center of my forehead, on my chin. This is the part of the routine where you're gonna start getting filter allegations, but we're gonna stop on the base and we're gonna go to the brows and the eyes, and then we'll come back. Their product from MCO Beauty, this is the Extend Brow Pencil in the shade Medium Dark. Such a fantastic brow pencil, and it is again a dupe for the Kosas brow pencil. Brows are very personal, so do what feels right for you and your brows. I'm gonna fill mine in and I'll be right back. I love this faux brow pen from L'Oreal. It has these double prongs and this makes filling in your brows super, super easy, and this lasts forever. For our eyeshadow look today, we're using the Morphe Naughty palette because these shimmers are so good and this is so affordable. I can't not use it. I don't have any Morphe eyeshadow brushes, so I'm gonna use my BK Beauty ones, but these are also amazing. Start with this shade right here in the Morphe palette. I think this is the shade Play Nice. I'm gonna start by putting that into the crease. I'm going with the shade next to that one. It's a little bit more cool tone, and I'm putting that right into that outer corner. This shade right here on another fluffy brush, and I'm just packing this right onto that outer corner. Now we're taking this matte shade right here and we're going to pack that onto the front of the eyelid and about halfway across the eyelid. And for the fun part, we're gonna add a sparkle. I don't know which one I wanna use. We're gonna go with this one on a flat brush, and we're just gonna tap. I'm gonna bring you up close. I'm gonna tap that right over that matte shade. Like, come on, that is so stunning. Darkest shades in the palette, and I'm going to smudge out across my lash line. I'm also winging this out just a little bit. I'm gonna give my lashes a little curl, and then we're gonna add a waterproof mascara. Of course, I'm going with waterproof mascara because I'm a crier and it's our wedding day. I'm probably gonna cry. So I'm gonna use my Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. You can tell this is a very loved, used mascara. I'm obsessed with it and I love how it makes my lashes look. And this isn't a bridal makeup look without a fake lash. I'm gonna use these because they're really easy to apply. These are the press-on Ardell clusters. They already have glue on them. All you have to do is literally put them underneath your lash line and clamp them down and they're ready to go. Time to smudge across our bottom lash line using one of these darker shades and just kind of giving a little bit of depth to the bottom lash line. Eye makeup is done. It's time to go back to the rest of the base and finish this face off, and it's all coming together and it makes me so excited. Next up is going to be powder bronzer. So now we're going to start layering all those powder products on top of all the cream products we did earlier. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible bronzer in the shade Medium. This is a Morphe M163, and I'm just going to be tapping this bronzer right over the top of where we did our cream bronzer earlier. From a not so very scientific standpoint, this literally just creates an extra layer on top of your cream product that you did earlier, so that as the day goes on and one of your products starts to wear down, you still have one underneath. So it just helps to like keep your makeup on longer. This is a technique I've been doing in bridal makeup for years and it always slays. I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Infallible blush in the shade Confident Pink, a tiny bit, a teeny tiny bit. This is so pigmented, you don't need much. This is the M203 brush from Morphe that I'm using to apply the blush. Going in with our first layer of setting spray, we're using the Milani Make It Last setting spray. We're gonna set all of these powders into place. We're really drenching the skin. I'm gonna add a little bit of shine back to the skin using the Milani Baked Highlighter in the shade Champagne. And I'm just dusting this on the high points of the face. It's the Morphe 201 brush. This just gives us that like soft angelic glow back. It's time to finish off our look. I'm gonna powder over my lip with whatever's left over on my powder puff. Lip liner today, I'm using the shade Settle Touch from NYX. This is the Duck Plump lip liner. Now these are a little spicy. They're pretty tingly, so I'm just warning you now, but it is an absolutely gorgeous formula. It just glides on super smooth, very pigmented, and it lasts all day. But don't say I didn't tell you that these are spicy. We're gonna top this off with the L'Oreal Glow Paradise Lippy in the shade 130 Nude Heaven. I just think that's like the prettiest bridal pinky lip. And lastly, to set it all in place, our final layer of setting spray, the L'Oreal 3-Second Setting Mist. Careful because she will choke you out, but your makeup is not going anywhere. It has 36-hour wear. I obviously love this product very much because I'm almost out. I think that was it. This glam, I look like I'm ready to walk down the aisle. Probably my favorite bridal makeup look that I've ever done. Absolutely stunning. The Morphe shimmers, beautiful. I'm absolutely obsessed with how this turned out. Now, if you recreate this, you better tag me in it because I want to see, or drop pictures in the comments. I love when you guys do that. It makes my heart so happy. Okay, besties, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. I love you so much, and I will see you again soon. Bye.